Hello, Taurus, Sun Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So, Taurus, today we're going to see how your person is currently viewing their relationship with you and how they feel about it and what actions they plan on taking in your direction and or moving forward. So, with all that being said, Taurus, let's get started. How does this person currently view their relationship with Taurus, Sun Rising, and Venus? All right. Okay. Okay. We have the Magician, we have the Sun, we also have the Chariot, as well as the Nine of Wands. I want to focus on this energy really quickly here because I do feel like this is your energy. Now, keep in mind the roles can totally be reversed, but for the sake of the reading, I'm going to go ahead and say this is you, but it doesn't have to be you. Taurus. I do see you trying to manifest and create this happily ever after with this person that you currently find yourself connecting with. Now, what's interesting is that the person that you're currently connecting with, they harness this Nine of Wands like energy, which is kind of making me feel, and we're going to look a little bit more into this, but it's, how do I explain what they're going through? It's kind of making me feel like this person thinks, and well, let me not say just think, because I feel like this person honestly believes that you're not as serious about them as you make it seem, if that makes absolutely any sense. So, even though this person sees that you're trying to build and establish this amazing life with them, they just don't believe that that's what you actually want with them, is like the best way that I can describe what it is that I'm seeing here. It's like this person feels like you're just running like this massive like game on them, even though you're not, but that's what they seem to think and believe is basically what I'm getting. Let's look at the Nine of Wands. Tell me more about the Nine of Wands. Wait, come here. All right, tell me more about the Nine of Wands. Okay. Oh, all right. So we do have the Justice card. We got the Knight of Wands. We also have the Tower as well as the Six of Swords in the reverse. Due to this belief that this person has that you're not really serious about them like they think you are, I feel like it has created a lot of like instability within this dynamic that you guys basically share with one another. So you could have very well been extremely on and off with this person due to this belief that they have that you're not that serious about them like you say you are, or you make it out to be through your actions, is basically what I'm getting. Not only are you very vocal about what you want with this person, but I do believe your actions match what you're saying to this person. It's not one of those situations where it's like you're telling this person that you love them, but you're showing them through your actions that you don't. I'm definitely not getting that. I feel like you're telling them that you love them, but you're also showing them through your actions how much you actually do love them. But point is, due to the fact, right, this person believes that you don't really love them, you're not really serious about them, you don't really want this happily ever after with them, it has created a lot of inner conflict with them, but it has caused a lot of toxicity and instability within this dynamic that you guys basically share with one another. Okay. All right. How does this person currently feel about their relationship with Taurus, Sun, Rising, and Venus? We have the King of Cups, we have the Ten of Swords, and then we also have the Wheel of Fortune, as well as the Three of Wands. Okay. This belief that this person has, it's very, very strong. This is somebody who does come off to me as somebody who like firmly believes that you're out to get them. You don't really have their best interests at heart. You're not really serious about them like you say you are, and things like that. Here's my thing. This person's belief goes against what their physical reality is presenting to them, if that makes any sense. So like, for perfect example, just using this as an example, you guys, but let's say for a perfect example, like you tell this person that like you want to marry them one day, right? And then you turn around and you go off and you buy them a ring. Because this person believes that you're not actually serious about them or anything that you basically say to them, like for example, you wanting to marry them, the moment that you go off and buy this person that ring and you propose to them, they're going to internalize, I guess, all of this as, wow, like you really are like playing this like massive game on them. Like that's crazy. Like who would do that? You know what I mean? To a person. I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure what causes this person to believe these things or think these things. It could have a lot to do with like their own insecurities, because the nine of wands can definitely represent somebody who's very insecure within themselves. And let's be honest, I think that we're all a little bit insecure about something. You know what I mean? And sometimes we allow it to get the best of us, and sometimes we don't. I just kind of feel like with this particular person, like their insecurities, it runs very deep to the point where it makes them think and believe that they're not good enough for anybody, and how could anybody possibly want them, and like, things of that nature. And I feel like this is kind of why they're showing up in this connection the way that they're showing up within this connection, and believing what it is that they're actually believing here is basically what I'm getting. Because on the surface, right, their 3D, reality with you is revealing to them that you really do love them, and that you basically mean well, and that you're somebody who can totally see yourself having a future with them, and it's somebody that you feel really good about obtaining these things with, like a family, a home, marriage, things of that nature. But again, it's like their physical reality with you goes against what they think to be true, or what they believe to basically be true. So it's either their eyes are deceiving them, which I don't believe their eyes are, and they're right about you, or they're actually wrong about you, and their eyes are not actually deceiving them. You see what I mean? And I'm kind of leaning more towards that this person's eyes are not actually deceiving them. It's their mind that actually is deceiving them. It's their insecurities that are making them think and believe these things, that you're not really serious about them. Because how could you want to be, serious about them or with someone like them? To me, this just feels like a situation where like they are allowing their insecurities, unfortunately for them, to basically get the best of them. Tell me more about the Nine of Wands. Yeah. Because this person is allowing their insecurities to really get the best of them within this dynamic that they basically share with you, they tend to question, your intentions towards them. I almost want to say very, 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 very frequently is basically what I'm getting, possibly on a day-to-day basis. They tend to question you and your intentions towards them, and if you really do love them, if you really do care about them, if you really do want to be with them. Like, this to me kind of feels like they find themselves spending a lot of time really questioning this connection, and why are you really here, and what do you really want from them? Because it can't be that you want to be with them, it can't be because you love them, it can't be because you can totally see yourself spending the rest of your life with them. It cannot be because of that. It has to be, because of something else. You know what I mean? When in all actuality, it's because you really do want to be with them. It's because you can totally foresee yourself having a life with them. I just kind of feel like this person's insecurities are causing them to think and believe, the complete opposite of that, if that makes any sense. All right, let's keep going. What actually, I'm like, I could have sworn I heard somebody yelling. I'm like, what the heck? Oh, it's the kids outside playing. Okay, what actions will this person take towards Taurus moving forward? So we do have the Fool out here. We do have the Two of Pentacles. We also have the Ace of Cups to the Six of Swords. Wow. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Three of Cups, and then we have the Empress. The reason why I was trying to like clarify the Nine of Wands again was because I wanted to get a court card for this person. I wanted to get a court card for this person. I wanted to get a court card for them because I just want to see what it is that you're working with here. So you're dealing with a whole Empress. An Empress is basically all of the queens in one. They're basically, technically speaking, the total package, okay? To land an Empress, not only is it very rare, but it's pretty impressive, I will say. So you definitely know how to pick them. That's one thing that I will say, because you're definitely dealing with the total package. This person basically possesses a lot that any man and or woman would essentially want by their side. Is basically what I'm getting. It's crazy. It's crazy to me that this person sits there and questions, like, but I don't understand, why does Taurus want to be with me? Like, I don't get it. It's like, what do you mean you don't get it? You're the total package. You know what I mean? Like, that's what really blows my mind. Because I was thinking, okay, well, maybe this person's like a page or something, or a knight, and this is kind of why they think so low of themselves. But Jesus, you're dealing with a whole Empress here. I mean, like, what's there not to love about them? And you know what's crazy too, dude, is that I feel like even before you came into the picture, I feel like they would constantly find themselves like feeling this way in relationships. Like, I don't get it. Like, why does this person want to be with me? Like, I don't get it. Like, what the fuck? Like, why does this person want to be with me? Like, why does this person want to get married to me? Why does this person want to have a family with me? Why does this person want this with me? Why does this person want that with me? It's like they constantly find themselves feeling this way in relationships with people. I just feel like this person doesn't see themselves the way you look at them, the way I'm currently looking at them, the way everybody else is definitely looking at them. Like, I think that that's the problem here, is that they just don't see themselves the way that you see them, the way I see them, the way everybody else around them sees them. Because when they see themselves as somebody who is very insecure, somebody, you know, who's like broken, has all these problems. And I'm just like, what? What? You know what's unfortunate too? You know what's unfortunate is that I feel like this person has had many opportunities, including this one with you, to like settle down and build towards a life um with someone, but I feel like they would always end up walking away because they always think, you know what I mean, that, that person that's trying to pursue them and be in a relationship with them doesn't really want to be with them. It must be, because that person's just trying to take advantage of them or use them in some way, shape, or form, when that is like so far from the case here, is basically what I'm getting. I just wish that this person would see themselves the way everybody else sees them. But that's the problem, is that they don't. That's the problem, is that they don't. I want to look at this Fool really quickly here. Tell me more about the Fool. Wow. We have the Seven of Pentacles to the Seven of Wands, and then we also have the Ten of Swords. Yeah, I think that this person's very, very convinced that the reason why you're really here is to try to take advantage of them or use them in some way, shape, or form. They don't really think that you're here because you really want to be with them, or you really want to build this life with them, and you really want to create and manifest this happily ever after with them. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. We also have the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you have a valid point here, and that's true. I have to agree with you on this, because if that was the case, right, that you honestly didn't want to be with them or like pursue this amazing life with them, like, I don't see why you would stick around and deal with the amount of things that you've had to deal with thus far dealing with this person. As far as their trust issues is concerned, and them constantly accusing you of doing things behind their back and not necessarily meaning well, like, you would have just got up and walked away a long time ago if this was somebody that you really didn't want to be with, if this was somebody that you really didn't foresee yourself having a life with. So you got a point there. You got a valid point there. Because if you really didn't want to be with this person, you wouldn't be dealing with all that comes with this person. And when I say all that comes with this person, I mean them accusing you of things. Them constantly like telling you things like you're not really serious about me, you don't really love me, you don't really care about me. Like, I promise you, if you didn't really love this person or care about this person, you would have been gone a long time ago. And the fact that you're still by this person's side, still trying to develop and create the relationship that you want with this person, just goes to show that, for one, you're here to stay, and well, for two, you actually really do want this. Because if you didn't, you would have been gone a long time ago. For those of you who don't know this, the person that sits in the chariot is basically the Emperor, okay? I say this a lot about the Emperor as well as the Empress. An Emperor is somebody who gets involved with someone that they basically want to be with, that fits what they're looking for. This is typically why an Emperor, would get involved with like an Empress, for example, because an Empress is somebody that they're very compatible with. It's somebody that they mesh very well with. It's somebody that they work very well as a team with. It's someone that they can totally foresee themselves building and establishing a life with. An Emperor is also somebody who's known for being very, 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 very picky, but also very selective of who they choose to go off and build and establish a life with. You're not that type of person that's just going to settle for whoever just because you want to be in a relationship. relationship just because you don't want to be alone. No, that's not who you are. That is not who you are. I'm pretty sure you've rejected a lot of people that really wanted to pursue you in a relationship with you way before you actually met this person, and you always chose not to go off and pursue a relationship with that person or with that one over there or with that one over there, because of the simple fact that you're very picky and very selective of who you choose to go off and build and establish a life with. And the moment that you met this one, it's like you just instantly knew, like, all right, boom, like this is what I've been waiting for, this is what I've been looking for, let me make this happen. Same applies for your person. Your person has definitely rejected a lot of people along the way before they basically met you. And the only reason why they're taking you in this relationship with you as seriously as they are, is because you are somebody who fits what they're looking for within a person, is because you are somebody that they work very well with as a team, is because you are somebody that they mesh very well with. An Empress is somebody who's very picky and very selective too. This is not that type of person that's just going to settle down with whoever. No. An Emperor and an Empress, these are people that are way too picky and selective when it comes down to who they're going to go off and build and establish a life with, because at the end of the day, just like the Emperor knows what the Emperor brings to the table, same applies for the Empress. An Empress knows what they bring to the basically to the table, and they know that not a lot of people out there can bring what they bring to the table, just like you are very much so aware that not everybody can bring to the table what you bring to the table. It just so happens that the universe brings the two of you together, and it just so happens that y'all both basically bring the exact same thing to the table. What you guys have is very rare and very unique, but also very, very beautiful. I will say that. But as far as like this whole like them constantly questioning like why you're here and why do you love them and why you want to be with them is concerned, all of this is stemming from this person's insecurities. And like I said, there's some people out there that'll allow their insecurities to get the best of them, and there's some people out there that won't allow their insecurities to get the best of them. And I just feel like in this situation, it's like they're allowing their insecurities to get the best of them to the point where their own insecurities are causing them to basically believe things that are not true, like things like you're not serious about them, and you could do 10 times better than them, and yada yada yada. No. I just think that this person is all that in a bag of chips. I just kind of feel like they're blind to that. Is like the best way that I can describe like what they're going through and what I'm seeing here. This person is all that in a bag of chips. They're just blind to that. They're also blind to the fact that there's not a lot of like Empresses out there like that. Like, in other words, like, and I say this a lot about the Emperor, just like I say this a lot about the Empress. It is not common to stumble across an Empress. And the main reason why it's not common to stumble across an Empress, a single one at that, is because 9 times out of 10, these people are already cooped up in a relationship and are married to someone. Because the moment somebody stumbles across an Empress, they're very quick to like try to get that one, off the market. You know what I mean? So with that being said, this is kind of why it's so rare to stumble across an Empress, a single one at that. You definitely got lucky with this one, and this one definitely got lucky with you, because the fact that you're showing up as an Emperor and they're showing up as an Empress, I think it's safe to say, you know what I mean, that you guys definitely got lucky with one another, because you could have easily ended up with like a Queen of Wands like energy, which is somebody who's like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of who this person actually is. It's more common to stumble across, like, for example, like a Queen of Wands, a King of Wands, a King of Swords, a Queen of Swords. But to stumble across an Emperor and Empress, yeah, no. Because these people are already married or cooped up with somebody. These are not people that are, just out here, single and stuff like that. No, it's very rare to stumble across a single Emperor, just like it's very rare to stumble across a single Empress. It's just very rare. Very, very rare. So the fact that you guys found one another is a blessing in itself. It's a blessing in itself, because when it comes down to them, you don't feel like you're actually settling. See, if you would have gotten involved with a Queen of Wands, you would have, trust me when I tell you, you would have felt like you were basically settling. But the fact that you found this person that just so happens to be an Empress, that just so happens to be your true pair, right? You don't feel like you're settling. You feel like you hit the jackpot with this one. Same applies for them. Like, if we get rid of their doubts and reservations and I just think this and I just think that, like, this person feels very lucky and fortunate to have you, because they could have easily ended up settling for a King of Wands. or a King of Swords or something like that. You know what I mean? Like easily they could have found themselves settling for one of those two, because that's more common to run into than an Emperor any day of the week. Um, but see, those are like the cards that they didn't necessarily have to deal with, or were dealt with, as I should say, because they ended up meeting you, a full-blown emperor. You know what I mean? um I think that this person needs to realize that the reason why they feel the way that they feel has a lot to do with the fact that they're just allowing their insecurities to get the best of them. And I do feel like this person is definitely being advised by spirit to not allow their insecurities to get the best of them, because even though this person might feel like you can do 10 times better, you don't believe that you actually can. You don't believe that you actually can, and I don't think that they believe that they actually could do 10 times better than you. You know, I feel like this is as good as it gets, to be completely honest. Like I said, you guys are very blessed and fortunate enough to have found one another, and I feel like this opportunity is a really good opportunity that's being presented to the both of you. I just kind of feel like this person needs to, like, embrace this opportunity with all that they have, and stop operating from a place of fear, and stop allowing their insecurities to get the best of them. Because if this person does decide one day, I just can't do this because I just think X, Y, and Z, they would be basically making the biggest mistake of their life. And to be honest, I don't even think that you would let this person walk out of your life. Let's just be honest. I don't even think that you would even let them walk out of your life, because if you were dealing with a Queen of Wands and a Queen of Wands told you, being an Emperor, I don't really want to do this anymore with you, you would open the fucking front door for them and let them walk out the goddamn door. That's what you would do with a Queen of Wands, because a Queen of Wands is not somebody, as an Emperor, by the way. A Queen of Wands in your eyes is not somebody worth fighting for. It's not somebody worth keeping around. So if that person wanted to walk out of your life, you'd be the type of person to open that front door and let them walk right out of your life. With an Empress, it's different, because an Empress is somebody who does possess so much that you want within a person. And you know how fucking rare it is to find that in this day and age. It's so fucking rare. So it's like, no, homie, like, you're gonna put up a fight. You're not gonna open that front door and let them walk right out of it, because you know that the likelihood of you even having an Empress like this ever again, or meeting someone like this ever again, might not ever happen. You guys both have enough life experience to know what the hell is out there. And y'all know this is as good as it fucking gets. You know you can't go out there and find another Empress. I mean, you might stumble across an Empress, but that Empress, hands down, is probably going to be married to someone or in a relationship with someone. Yeah, you'll meet a married Empress, or, like, an Empress that's in a relationship, but a single one, yeah, probably not. You know what I mean? This to me kind of feels like a very rare situation that you actually kind of find yourself in. To find an Empress, a single one, that's pretty fucking rare. Same applies for them. It's like to find an Emperor, like, that's pretty rare to find that. So I don't know, dude. I just hope that this person realizes what's going on with them, and they stop allowing, their own insecurities to continue to haunt them and affect them within this relationship, because as far as you're concerned, you feel like you hit the fucking jackpot with this one, vice versa. I just kind of feel like what makes them feel like they didn't hit the jackpot with you has a lot to do with the way that their insecurities are making them feel within this relationship that they share with you. It's basically what I'm getting. All right, so that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.